Shalom, everyone. This is Shamir, and welcome again to another parashat reading. Today we have Shemot. This is the last reading, parashat Pikude, or directions of, because here we are having the directions that will be given for the arrangement of the Mishkan. Okay, so let's go to our first slide. We're reading Shemot and Exodus 41 through 6. Okay, so we'll have our first verse. Vayedaber Yahweh El Moshe Lemor. Okay, Yahweh spoke to Moshe. So Vayedaber. For those of you who have some grammar, this is a PL. It's kind of similar to Amar, which means to say or speak, and we actually have that form here, Lemor. This is an infinitive construct. But the lexical form is Amar. El to Moshe. We usually translate this saying, just like you have here. This would be the more. Oops. Okay, verse 2. Yom HaChodesh HaRishon Be'echad LaChodesh Hakim et Mishkan Ohel Moed. So the Yom, we have a preposition. The Yom is the lexical form. So the Yom on the day, HaChodesh HaRishon, on the first month, Rishon is the first. The Echad LaChodesh, so on the one or the first of the month. Hakim, this is a Hifil from Kum. So you will erect at Mishkan. Here they use tabernacle, but you want to say Mishkan. The Mishkan of the Ohel Moed. So I do want to say a short blurb. So here you can see both terms are used, Mishkan and Ohel Moed. Exodus, from Exodus 25 to 31, Yahweh gives Moshe plans for the Ohel Moed. The tent of meeting is also called Mishkan, a term that appears only 4 times. And Leviticus, if you want to look these up, 8, 10, 15, 31, 17, 4, and then 26, 11. Both terms, Mishkan and Ohel Moed, refer to the same place. They convey, however, a different emphasis, as Mishkan denotes where God Shachan. So remember we talked about this, Mishkan is the dwelling place, and in the verbal form, Shin Kuf Nun means to live or dwell. So this is God's dwelling place, and Ohel Moed, or tent of meeting, is the sacred tent where Yahweh Ya'ad. So just like Mishkan has a verbal form, and then we see Yud, Ayin, Dalet. So where Yahweh meets with the leaders of the people on special occasions of his own choosing. Let's see Exodus 29:42 for another example of that And some other ideas for Ohel Moed, the tent of divine council or assembly, the tent of divine human meeting, meaning the tent of revelation. And so notice again that Yahweh arranges these times. We sort of do things differently today where we tell God where we want him to be. And in his extreme chesed, he obliges us. But, you know, so anyway, so that is this. You shall erect. So erect is takim from kum. Okay, the Mishkan of the Ohel Moed, what we translate as the tent of meeting. All right, let's go to verse 3. V'samta sham et Aron ha'edut v'sakota al ha'aron et ha'parochet. Okay, v'samta from sim, the lexical form. Remember, it's seen, not sheen. So, and you will put there at the chest. This word ark is used a lot in English, or different words in Hebrew, like teva, Noah's teva. They say Noah's ark, but it's really a floating vessel or a seaworthy vessel. So how I refer, that's how I would refer to this teva, and then we have Aron, which is a chest. Aron ha'edut, the chest of the testimony, where the tablets are kept. Testimony, like a witness to. We have the word ed, and these are what will testify against you if you refuse these words. And so we have more of a legal sense. Christians always say, like, don't be legalistic, or you're being legalistic, but the Bible is a legal document through and through, from the Tanakh and the apostolic writings. The New Testament just undergirds that idea. We have legal talk everywhere, like mishpat. All right, judgments and chok, statutes, and chukim, and chukah, and Torah. Torah is instructions, but filled with legal jargon. Is people just tend not to recognize it, because if you don't know the language of the text and aren't familiar with it, then you miss that. It doesn't really come out in English. So, all right, going forward. So I have vet sakolta. So, and you will put it up on the chest with the curtain. Here they translate aparochet as screen. It's really curtain would be better, because we have another word, masach, and so that is, I think that comes up in this reading. So that would be the screen, and parochet. So this would be curtain. Let's see. So you will put the curtain upon the chest, is what we're, and then here is say, let's see, and you shall screen the chest with the veil. Mm, yeah, Sakolta has more the idea of like putting something on to cover the aron. But I think that they translated this word as screen. So this is the parochet. Sorry. Seems like they translated the curtain as a veil and then translated Sakolta as screen. So it does mean to cover, covering something protectively by putting this curtain over it. All right. Enough of the Hebrew English gymnastics on this verse. Let's see what comes up next. All right. Veheveta et hashulchan ve'arachta et erko veheveta et ha-menorah ve'ha'aleta et neroteha. All right. So we have heveta twice. That's a hifio. So then you will bring et hashulchan, so the table. And oh yeah, this phrase actually has to go together. The arachta, so that's from ayin resh kaf. You often see like nouns and verbs that have the same root together when trying to express an idea in Hebrew. So this word is the nominal form, it's erech. And it has a third masculine singular suffix there, it. So it literally means you are to set in order its arrangement. Okay, and you will bring the lampstand, a menorah, ve'ha'aleta et neroteha, and you will make its candles go up on it. Because he'eleta, this is also a hifio. So it's from Allah to go up, and then also the word ola, an ola offering. That's what they call the whole burnt offering. The idea is the offering is completely burned, so there's nothing left but smoke, and then that smoke ascends upward. So ola. And you see they have the same root. Let's see. So then you will make, I'll write out what I have. And you will make its candles go up on it. Let's see, and you will bring the table and arrange it. And you shall bring in the lampstand and set up its lamps. So I like to keep my translations of wooden, and so anyway, I prefer just to give you the whole what the literal translation of this phrase together means. Right, you will set in order its arrangements. Here it says, and you will arrange it. Okay. All right, guys. Number 5. ונתת את המזבח הזהב לקטורת לפני ארון העדות ושמת את מסך הפתח למשכן. Okay, so and you will set Here I've put at Mizbach Hazav. They say altar for incense, but Miktoret, but it's really altar of. Mizbach is what we call construct form, because in biblical Hebrew there's no of, so you have to create word order in order to get that. So Mizbeach is actually a lexical form. All right, but here we have Mizbach, so it's telling us this construct. So the altar, so the altar of gold for incense, the ketoret, the les preposition. So ketoret is the word here for incense. Lifnei Aharon, so before Lifnei Aharon Ha'edut. So in any, if you, I don't know if you noticed before, so go back. So here we have Ha'edut was a shurik, and then here we have it written defectively with a kibbutz. So I point that out for anybody who has some grammar. Maybe you noticed that. Okay, so before the chest of testimony, Vasanta et Hamasach. So there's our Masach. So there's our screen, and set up the screen. So this is a problem sometimes because here they did translate that as screen, but then when we go back, they also did the same here. It's probably, it might be because they see some relation between Sakolta, which is Samich, Kaf, Kaf. You can see forms, so that's probably the reason why they did that. All right. Al-Petach la-Mishkan. So set the screen of the opening to the Mishkan. Vesamta et ha-Masach, Al-Petach la-Mishkan. So you will set or put. And you notice we have two different words, right? Samta. Natan can be set or put as well, depending on its usage. So we have Natan. And then seam, set, put, or place, respectively. But, Hebrew words are, so why you can't really take a Hebrew word if somebody asks you, oh, what's the Hebrew word for this? You have to ask them, in what verse of the Bible is it being used? Because you can't just give like a general, like, oh, that word means this, because uh, everything is based on context. All right, so let's go back. So here you can also set or put, just like they put here for Natan. And then you have set here for seam, but these words do have similar meanings, and at least in this context. And then they use the word door, but a door is a delit, so we don't see that word here, right? Delit is door. Now maybe somebody would say, oh, well, you're just being picky, Shamir, or whatever. And it's true, I am. I like it kind of to be like accurate, because hapetach is an opening. Like the word liftoach, toach means to open. So we'll go with that, the opening to the Mishkan. So you can make your own decisions about what you like for this. And of course, we have our Mishkan here. All right. Enough writing on there, right? Let's move to our last verse. ונתת את מזבח העולה לפני פתח משכן אוהל מועד. So just to point out that we do have two altars, right? We have the Mizbach HaZahav, the Ktoret, for instance. Right, and this is before the Aron HaEdut, or the chest of testimony, and then we have now our Mizbach HaOlah, the altar. Well, I'll finish reading with Ne Petach Mishkan Ohel Moed. All right, so on you will set or put Mizbach HaOlah. So Olah is the offering that we spoke about, that is a whole burnt offering, burned completely. Remember its relation to Allah, to go up. And we have our construct form again. Because remember, Mizbeach is the lexical form for altar. And Mizbach is the construct form, how we say the altar of whole burnt offering or burnt offering, or I like to call it the altar of smoke, because that's the end result. Lifnei Petach, there again they do the door, but we say the opening. Petach is our opening of the Mishkan of the Ohel Moed. All right, and that is it, you guys. Shavua Tov, v'chag Purim Sameach. The Lord bless your coming in and going out in Yeshua's name. Amen. Till next time, next week. Bye-bye.